Hey, fourth grade, it's Miss Sublet. I'm here to teach you the fifth and final lesson on goal setting. And I don't know about you, but I am ready to start something else. It has been a great unit. Making plans and goals and seeing it through is something that we all need. But today, the project that they want us to work on is something that I can't do unless I'm in the classroom with you. And since we don't have time for that, ain't nobody got time for that. Let's do a video and we can maybe look into doing this a little bit later when we have some more time. Maybe we could do it at the end of the year when we're doing all our fun stuff and all that. But so you all recognize this picture by now, correct? This is how to set your goal. You set a goal, you make a plan, you check your progress as you're doing it. And then when you reach your goal, you can reflect on what worked, what did not work, and what we could do differently next time. So what we were supposed to do today was go through and try to stack cups with rubber bands and strings. And it looks very fun, I must say. But we can still go over like what a plan, make a plan that includes. So when you're making a plan, it should include actions that you're going to take, materials that you need, and what supports that are going to be put in place. So for example, actions would be, okay, I personally need to study this many times a week in order to bring my reading grade up. Okay, what materials are you going to need to do that? Maybe flashcards, paper, pencils, things like that, my computer, practice iReady, whatever. And then what supports will you put in place? Meaning, do I need to use a dictionary when I'm doing my writing paper? Am I going to need to ask my teacher to help me during 21st century? Things like that. Those are different supports that you might need. And so when you come to the reflection part of a plan, that is when you talk to whoever you're working with, what worked for me, what did not work for me, and what we can do next time. Okay. Checking your progress. So that means if you are trying to get a grade up in a certain subject, you need to check your progress. You can't just wait until you get your report card. You have to check your progress. There's many ways to do that. First, we get a midterm, right? So that's one way to check your progress. Second, everyone has access to their Infinite Campus grade books or grades. So you can always look at that and see how you're doing. Plus, your teachers are constantly giving you feedback about your work. Okay, so make sure you listen and understand what they're saying when they give you advice on what you need to change. Okay, have you hit any roadblocks lately? Had you been out on quarantine for several days and missed a lot of work? So you feel like you're a little behind and maybe you're not going to be able to reach your goal. Well, what can you do? Okay, a roadblock is something that stops us or that hits a little bump in the road when we're trying to reach a goal. So what do you need to do? Ask your teacher to keep you updated. Make sure your parents come up here and pick up your work that your teachers leave for you to do while you're on quarantine. Okay. And then what changes would you make if you were going to do this again? Okay. All right, so today, instead of doing our project, I found a video about SMART goals, and it's going to break down everything that you need to know about making a goal, making a plan, checking your progress, and reflecting. Okay. And it's going to tell you what the word SMART means in your SMART goals. So let me pull that up and I will let you all watch that.
Regardless if it is professional or personal, we all struggle sometimes to achieve our goals. Many times our struggle is not because of a lack of effort, but rather how our goals have been structured. Anytime you set a goal or if you find yourself struggling while working towards a goal, keep in mind the word SMART. SMART is an acronym that can be used to help evaluate and add structure to your goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and time-bound. SMART begins with asking yourself the degree to which a goal is specific. This is arguably the most important part of establishing or evaluating a goal. The less specific a goal, the more difficult it is to determine how long the goal should take to complete or how to measure success. Consider the difference between a goal to get healthy versus the goal to lose weight versus the goal to lose 10 pounds. The goal to get healthy is much less specific than a goal to lose 10 pounds. The next question to ask: how is the goal measured? What determines success? Some goals may be best measured by a simple yes or no, such as the goal of climbing to the top of a mountain, while other goals are better measured by using metrics such as the goal to lose 10 pounds. The key to measurement is making sure that in whatever way the goal is measured, it accurately reflects success. For instance, if you do not have access to a scale, then measuring weight loss will be difficult and less accurate. An alternative measure may be to track how many inches you have lost around the waist. But to what extent does this accurately reflect the goal? Without access to a reliable way of measuring weight, we may want to consider buying a scale or restructuring our goal. Actionable is not asking yes or no, but how will the goal be achieved? What is our action plan? Do we have the resources and capabilities required to achieve success? If not, what are we lacking? Well-designed goals provide clarity of action. If the actions required to achieve a goal are unclear, or there are a large number of actions that need to be taken, we should consider breaking down the main goal into manageable, actionable sub-goals. In isolation, any single goal is relevant, but in life, we most often are in the process of pursuing multiple goals. A common issue we face is having too many goals at the same time or pursuing the wrong goals. With this in mind, we need a mechanism to help us monitor our goals to make sure we are pursuing our most relevant goals at any given moment in time. One technique is to place goals in a matrix that looks at effort required versus perceived value of achieving the goal. Not always, but most of the time we will want to focus our energy on low-effort, high-value goals. Another technique is to use the Pareto Principle, also known as the 80-20 rule. Ask, which are the 20% of goals that will provide me with 80% of my return? The last thing we want to make sure is that goals are time-bound. By including a specific date by which a goal should be accomplished, it helps provide incentive and allows us to monitor progress. Consider the difference between the goal to lose 10 pounds and the goal to lose 10 pounds in 10 weeks. Simply by including an element of time, we can now calculate how much we should be losing each week, and if after 5 weeks we have only lost 1 pound, we can revisit our action plan. Be wary of any goal that is open-ended, such as the common goal to learn a foreign language. Last, it is important to reinforce that goal setting is not an event. It is an ongoing process of action, evaluation, and revision. It is not about lowering goals or standards to ensure success. It is about recognizing goals are dynamic because life is dynamic. We do not live in a static world. Life happens. A goal that is relevant today may be irrelevant tomorrow. When using SMART, stay flexible and motivated by setting aside time to reevaluate your goals on a regular basis.
Okay, so
Kentucky state residents.
Sorry about that. So, as you can see, adults as well follow the same practice, right? And those were just some good pointers to keep yourself on track. Don't make it such a huge goal that you would never be able to accomplish it. Make sure you're breaking it down into smaller goals, okay? Make sure they're reachable goals. And you will do well, very well, when trying to make your goals. Okay. That is all I have for today, but I will see you. Let's see, it's February, so I will see you in March on video, and we will start learning a little bit more about social emotional things. And I'm excited about that. You all have a great, great day.